Hi everyone, my name is Thomas Sagers, and I'm the composer of this piece called Grief. So, the reason I wrote this piece was my grandmother passed. She was very dear to me. She was my next door neighbor for 13 years, from ages 5 to 18. And so I decided to write this piece. I start with this. So the way that I picked that motive of F's to G flats with B flat with a D flat in there is I wanted to create a sense of dread because my grandmother's health was waning during the last part of her life. And it just kept getting quicker and quicker. And that's why I made it crescendo, louder and louder. And then I go to a G flat minor chord over what would be B double flat. And then I start the next section. I guess I should explain the sense of dread. I dreaded my grandmother's death. It terrified me. It scared me so much because I love her so dearly. So that's why I created that sense of dread. And then it explodes. And I wanted to create a very complex piano texture because I wanted to communicate just the depth of raw emotion that I felt when my grandmother passed. And so, instead of writing a piece for a string orchestra that I would never be able to play myself, I decided to write a piano piece on my instrument. And so, I created that texture, and then I repeat that section. Deceptive cadence, then I diminish it, and then I have that, and that is the loud, wailing agony of someone you love dying and seeing their dead body on their bed. And then this next section is the quiet sadness of it all. I wrote that first section right after she passed, and I wrote this next section 2 months afterward. That's a musical question, and then I answer it. you expect a D flat major chord, but I made it minor. And then I make the chord major, and then I make it a G flat minor instead of a G flat major. So instead of that, which sounds uplifting and happy, what's uplifting and happy about someone dying? No, we're gonna do it like this. And then family comes together and gets through it together. And we realize that she's finally at peace. She's no longer a prisoner in her own body, her own, I guess the word would be deteriorating body. And that last chord sets us up for a cadence back to the original motive. Because though she may be at peace, we're still left behind. This reflects the end of life. And the very end of the piece is A against B flat in octaves in the lowest part of the piano, which is among the most dissonant of key combinations you could have on the piano. It's between the leading tone and the tonic. And that shows that grief never resolves. It just gets quieter with time. And that is my piece titled Grief. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me.